Good morning, good evening, good all the things. Hey, thank you for clicking on my channel. I am Catie Brannon. This is Tea Time True Crime with Catie. Tonight's true crime is more of, well, an awareness. There is something so horrific, so terrible going on, and it's been going on for years, and nobody talks about it. I stumbled upon it. Yes. And I remember hearing things about it because of the famous Hosier song, Take Me to Church. I love that song. Now, when I watched the music video, I was expecting a beautiful romance, and they got married and things were great. But when you watch the music video, it's extremely upsetting. When I researched the music video, it is about the anti-gay hatred in Russia. Yes, that's what the music video is all about. And I believe that is why Hosier wrote this song. He is from Ireland, Dublin, I believe. He went to Dublin College. Trinity College. Yes, I went there. It was so cool. I saw the actual beautiful library. I love Ireland. Ireland is a wonderful, wonderful place. So I found out about the anti-hate in Russia. And man, I had no idea it was this bad. And not only it's happening in Russia, but you guys, I'm going to kind of give you a lecture. And this is the kind of lecture that needs to be more well known. But before I go into the really upsetting and depressing stuff, I'm going to be a little more positive. So, I've heard your requests. If you don't know, I go on TikTok Live and I hang out with people and we just, they vent their issues or we just talk about movies, pop culture, true crime even. Now, I was told to read a book. Now, I love reading horror and spice and all kinds of things. So as I was reading on TikTok, you guys, I got banned. Yeah, I was reading a horror book, I got banned. A spicy book, I got banned. But then when I go on my For You page and I see other people reading that, I'm like, okay. So, you guys gave me a great idea. And you said to, I know you guys are going to roll your eyes, but have an OnlyFans. Or have a Fansly. Which Fansly, I'm telling you guys, it is more extreme than OnlyFans. So I am going to have content on there. And it's going to be called After Dark with Catie. Where I'm going to put my true crime podcast, which you guys are already watching or listening. I appreciate. Close your eyes and pretend. At least then I'll know. Someone told me just to add them on there in my album. I'm going to have indie books and horror and I guess smut is the word. Now I'm going to get the permission from the authors to read a few chapters here and there. But I have a really good subscription service. I feel like it's fair. You don't have to join. You can just like and follow. That would be pretty awesome. Now, if you go on fansly.com, you're going to see a whole bunch of, XXX stuff. And I know it's upsetting because I would love to have a YouTube channel to read this kind of thing because there are people that don't want to pay all that money, for Audible or something like that. So, and I love to read and I feel like I'm very professional. Like I can read and not laugh. And so anywho's, definitely like and follow. I'm going to put this on the screen. This is the website because apparently I cannot put this in my description because it is considered corn with a P, okay? So screenshot that, you guys, and I appreciate it. I'm going to be putting on more content soon, But I'm so excited because I feel like I'm going to help other people as well. Help indie authors that, really can't sell books or people don't know about them. So I think it'll be great to read like a few chapters here and there to get you like stuck. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, that is the good vibes. And in 2017, the police officials rounded up dozens of men suspicion of being gay. They held them in an unofficial detention facility for days, okay, where they were humiliated, starved, and tortured. Some of the tortured, okay, of these men, they were tortured to death. Others were returned to their families. Yay, right? Not so much. When they were returned to their families, the one who are supposed to love and care about them and accept them no matter what, they have two choices. Number one, they see their loved one, they see their son, they see their brother, and he is horribly beaten. He is battered, he is bruised, he is bloody, he is barely alive. And I don't want to say police because this is unofficial law enforcement of Russia, of Chechnya, okay? It said it's not really the police, it's just an whatever. This is still happening. It doesn't matter who the hell who's doing it. It's really fucked up, okay? So they have two choices. Number one, the choice is to be killed by a family member. And what they call this is an honorable killing. The second option is that their family loves them no matter what, and they're horrified by what they're looking at. And they make believe, and they make that person or militant, whoever the hell that person is who dropped him off at the house, the family makes them believe that we're going to kill him. But then right when they leave, they're going to hide their loved one and they're going to make them escape and seek asylum in other European countries, Canada, perhaps the United States. Yeah. Russia views homosexuality as the same as CP. That is not the same. What? No, that is not the same. But that is what they think. Now, the men who continue to be caught and tortured have been ages from 16 years old all the way to 50 years old. And you're wondering, well, why? Why are they being tortured? Why are they being tricked? Because of homosexuality? That's one of the things. I'll get into that. The main thing of the torture methods is to make the men say who their lover is to say who they have been with sexually. And I'm afraid to say that there's not been many survivors. There's been a few, and I will link descriptions below of the survivors and who say this is real. Even though there's people out there that say it's not real, but there's also people out there that say that the Holocaust never happened. Really. Yeah. Now, what they're trying to do is, if you don't tell them who you've been with, if you don't tell them who you have touched, kissed, had any, because a lot of the men, they probably loved their person, or it probably was a one-night stand. Who knows? But they don't talk. Instead, they are tortured to death. Not all Russians and Chechnyans. I'm not going to say everyone, okay? But there are people in Russia and Chechnya that believe that homosexuality is not the problem. That they think because of this hardcore hatred towards homosexuality, is because they are trying to distract the people from the economic problems in their country. So what they do is to bring unity in the country. So instead of bringing unity of rainbows, unicorns, happiness, and love, it's hate. And like you all know, there is a thin line between love and hate. But certain Russians believe that if everyone is unified in hatred towards homosexuals and gays and people who are just different, LGBTQ, then they are protecting their country because they're getting rid of the weird and the abnormal. Yeah, this is worse than like Nazi Germany. I mean, it's like Nazi Germany. But the irony is, you guys, Germany today is in green on the map. I know. I can't wait to show you guys. As I was finding some research, I was trying to figure out, my God, what did the gays do to you people? Like, seriously, what did they do to have this awful hatred, to have these strangers that don't even know you torture you horribly? Well, in 2014, there was 1 million Russians that have reportedly been infected with the HIV/AIDS virus. A lot of the country thinks it's because of homosexuality. Really? There are so many ways you can contract AIDS. So many ways, and I will list them. Oh yeah, I studied medical journals too for you guys, okay? Like I said, this is kind of like a lecture, okay? I hope you guys... All right, sorry, let me go on. I get distracted. So truth is, you can contract HIV in a number of ways, especially by dirty needles. Now, there is no education to teach teenagers or young adults about safe sex or AIDS prevention in Russia. That was in 2014. They cannot talk about condoms preventing HIV because it's not 100% fact in their opinion. Honestly, it would be a very slim chance to receive HIV/AIDS during, safe sex. Now, there were these counselors, okay? There are these counselors that actually have sexual education in their home or in secret facilities like buildings in Chechnya, in Russia. And what they're doing is teaching teens and young adults about schmex. Yes. Yes. And I just cannot believe this. I'm so grateful for our education in the United States because we've been learning about this. Remember those horrific videos, that look like they're made in the 80s? But I'm very grateful we had that education. Maybe scared us a little bit, but Russia is not getting any education, okay, about it. Unless you are kind of in an underground kind of, I guess, an education railroad about, safe sex. I'm definitely going to get demonetized in this one. I definitely am. It's fine. Worth it. If anyone sees this video, please share. I just cannot believe that people don't realize that there's concentration camps in Chechnya. And it's been going on since 2017. And it's still going on. Now, Russia believes that if you have condoms, like out in the street, it is banned. You cannot give someone a condom out in the street. So they give condoms inside doors. They say they don't do the education because of lack of funding. So again, you have these amazing crusaders, these people that really care about the youth, and they invite them over to have some kind of seminar about, safe sex, because they don't learn it in school. Like, I'm like, doesn't everyone learn it? Apparently not. Apparently not. Russian officials comment that we need to control high-risk individuals, which are apparently just gay people, and to show family values. That makes no sense. Isn't the number one thing in family values treat people how you want to be treated? I'm just saying. Religious faith to increase orthodox. Now, again, I am like pushing the envelope here talking about religion, but I'm not even going to go further in that. And I do not want to offend people. I just feel that, when you are born away, I do believe gay people are born gay. I do. It's like biologically there. If you look it up, no one would ever choose to have a life of being ostracized. I am very blessed to be in the United States of America in that way. Me being bisexual, but if I'm in a different country, I would probably die. I know. Isn't that awful? Like, you can't love who you love. That blows my mind. That's like how we live, baby. Love is in the air. Love is everything. All right. So you guys probably want to know, well, Catie, if homosexuals do not spread AIDS, how do we contract HIV? Well, you contract it by blood, semen, vaginal fluid, breast milk, direct contact with the blood, like I said before, sharing needles, damaged tissue like cuts or sores, mucous membranes, pregnancy, a syringe, like I said with the needles, unprotected sex. Now, listen up, baby birds, okay? You cannot transmit or receive HIV via air, water, insects, pets, sharing toilets, food, or drink. Yeah. Just want to let you know, though, if you did not know. All right. I have to say allegedly, but you guys get it. The torture in the concentration camps start with an official coming up to you, and they grab you by the arm, and you're immediately confused, like, am I arrested? What is going on? Then the official starts to ask you, who is your favorite person? Who is your favorite famous person, celebrity? Yeah, they judge you on that. I know. And then, or there is a dating app, which, remember this song I talked about, Take Me to Church by Hosier? Yeah. What would happen in the music video and also in Russia, that there will be these apps. There will be these traps for these guys, okay? There'd be dating apps, homosexual dating apps, and thinking they are meeting someone who they've been talking to, who they really care about. But when they find out, it's just an ambush of a group of people, one or more, that already are just beating and humiliating them. Now, people and bystanders watch it happen. Even people record it on their phones and put it on websites. Yes, because they're very proud to get rid of the CPs. Because as I said before, Russia really believes that homosexuality is the same as, if you don't know what CP is, it's pedophilia. Definitely demonetized. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay. Now, when that happens, they are exposed. There could be humiliation right then and there, or by a whole group of people. I know, it's horrible. It's sick. Horrible. Or they get the unofficial policeman, okay, authoritative figure, whoever, grabs them, kidnaps them, and they are tortured. Now, when I say tortured, guys, they are beaten. Like, there are these, like, kind of different kind of pipes that they are just beaten so bad that the man can't even stand up anymore. And then they are waterboarded. Then they put some kind of clothespin on their fingertips and start electrocuting them. And they even make them sit on bottles. That is, what? Isn't like what you're doing to them? Isn't that kind of, you know what I'm saying? Kind of homosexual? Just saying, I don't know why you're making them sit on bottle. Like, that is awful. I mean, the electrocution, waterboard, I mean, you shouldn't even torture them in the first place. First of all, like, why? There's other problems happening in the country that you need to focus on and not who is in love with who. As long as they're over consenting age and they're together, who gives a fuck? Honestly. Just saying. There's other things to worry about. Sorry, Angry Catie was coming out. Yeah, no, you know me, guys. I cry on my podcast or I cry before, but this, I just have so much anger. And I know I shouldn't because, you know, this is hate and we do not want to hate, okay? But I'm angry because this is not more known. And it's awful because when I looked at other videos, they're not even viral at all. Okay, so there was a survivor, okay? And he said when he first got to that facility, they tied him to a chair. But right when he was tied to a chair, he noticed fresh blood all over the floor. And he was hearing primal screams all around him in different rooms. Yeah, I'm telling you, these guys, it is the way they treat LGBTQ plus, and if I'm saying it wrong, forgive me, is horrific. Absolutely horrific. Like, okay, imagine someone killed your mom, right? And you want to hurt them because they killed your mom or they killed someone who you loved very deeply, okay? That is how these people are treating these strangers. Why? Like, when you watch videos, which I don't recommend because I haven't slept in a while, like, my metabolism is probably, like, messed up, okay? It's time for a tea break. Yes, definitely, let's do a tea break. All right, guys, for this tea, I'm going to be drinking my favorite chamomile. I was going to say, I was like, sorry, chamomile and vanilla. And I have it in my beautiful little pastel rainbow mug with a pretty sun on the back. I don't know if you can see that. I know. Sorry, my ring light is like really bright. All right, I need another sip. Okay, so today it is September 2024. And allegedly, I know, I don't like that word, but I have to say it, okay? Because I don't want people to come after me. Because I'm actually really scared of these countries that are red. Like, you got other problems to worry about. Like people, you know, starving to death and people, you know, hurt. Okay, never mind. I'll stop. So, like I said, today, the concentration camp torture is still going on. I know. There is no evidence that it has been stopped. I was surprised while researching this, and I would stumble upon comments, you guys, about homosexuality or the LGBT plus community, and where people were praising Russia and the red countries, and, you know, saying that gays are Satan or they're evil. And I was just like thrown. I was like, what? I don't understand. It like blows my mind, the ignorance and then random hatred for strangers just because of their sexuality. I mean, their sexual orientation is the correct terminology. I don't understand it. I don't get it. All right? Like, I mean, just don't make out in front of children. Straight people, don't make out in front of children too. It's rude. Okay? Whatever. Whatever you do behind closed doors is your business, and it shouldn't be political. You should have the same rights as everyone else. You should love who you want to love. Of course, consensual age. Thank you. I'm putting that out there. I hope you guys know that. Please tell me. Okay. So, if you're wondering, okay, Catie, well, how about the lesbians? Remember back in 2001 or 2000, there was Tattoo, the famous fake lesbian duo? Oh, I know. Oh, I bought the album. I still have the album. And I listened to it. Not Gonna Get Us is a banger. And, of course, all the things she said. Awesome. Well, lesbians, sadly, in Russia, are getting raped. They're getting raped by men to make them straight. That is awful. But they are not being tortured or beaten to death like the males. This is so messed up to say this out loud. This whole thing is just like so upsetting. I apologize. But you have to know, okay? And if you're still here, I love you and I appreciate you. Lesbians are found to be very attractive. Girl on girl is considered very sexy, very hot. But guy on guy, homosexuality? Nope. Not attractive at all. It is abomination. It is horrible. Excuse me. Excuse me. God made them like that. Because again, why the hell would someone want to be something different to stand out that way? Because we all want to conform in some kind of way. We all want to live our life in a simple way to be with who we love. So why the hell would people choose to be a sexual orientation where it is punishable by death in other countries? I'm waiting. Blow up my comment section right now. Yeah. I didn't do a lot of names because I do not want people after these guys, but I will link videos in the bottom below. There are videos from different journalists that I watched, and it just like woke me up. Like when I heard a place is like anti-gay, I just thought it was like, ew, ew, not for me. And not like, ew, you die, mother, I didn't think that. And like, now I know that these young men are just being picked up on the street. You had a hairstylist that was kidnapped and almost tortured to death, but he lived, and now he's in Canada. Here are the maps that I'm going to show you where homosexuality by LGBTQ can live wonderfully. On the red section, it's a hell no, scary ass, scary. Do not even do it. But if you're in the green, please be loud and proud, okay? Please do. And, you don't have to be like a fool about it. I mean, just wear your flowers, wear your rainbows, you know what I'm saying? But you just don't have to be like, spray painted naked and like walking around public. I mean, I feel like there's a line, there's a boundary, Now, if you're from the red countries, oh my gosh, I send you positive energy and just get out. Get out of that country. Do what you can. Don't even fight people, okay? Because as I research, there are journalists from Russia that have never been seen again, okay? There are journalists and people that are activists trying to live their truth, and they are arrested or never seen again. So please be safe, be careful. And oh my gosh, I'm sending positive energy that one day this whole entire world will be green. And we will just worry about things like starvation, poverty. We're going to worry about things when our veterans are homeless. They come home after fighting our country, and yet there's nowhere to live. We need to worry about the mental health. We need to worry about the messed up healthcare system. We need to worry about those. Why worry about who the hell I'm sleeping with? It's an abomination. Do you see what some straight people are into? Do you? I mean, honestly. Thank you very much, guys. This seemed like kind of like a rant, okay, instead of a podcast. And I do apologize, but I hope you feel the energy and passion that I am sending to you. I really hope if you had hate in your heart for the gay community because of how you were raised, because of the legacy, take it out. Take it out. And think about what happens if it was your loved one. What would you do? Would you really kill them to save their soul? Really? Really? There's a lot, there's way more things we need to be worried about, okay? Thank you, guys. But yeah, there's concentration camps in Chechnya. It's still going on. And I hope I didn't ruin your day too much. Please know that you are loved and you are cherished. And remember, you are doing better than you think.